Okay.
From start to finish.
So
got a bloody left side of the face of Teixeira. You got dominating CompuBox stats from Zayas and a dominating performance.
All right. So we're going to talk some boxing. Let me mute this. They're going to read the card soon. So, Puerto Rican sensation, Xander Zayas, it's always the X before the Z, should go on to get a unanimous decision shutout win over the Brazilian former interim champion, right? He only had the interim title, right? At 154, where is it at? Teixeira. Yeah, he had the interim. Let me say this. All right, I'm going to be a little bit critical. But let me say this first. He's only 21 years old, and it feels like he's been around forever. Because kind of he has. He went pro in 2019. Wasn't he at the time top ranks, like the youngest, like, fighter to them or something? It was some type of stat behind that. Somebody let me know down below in the comments. So let me say this. I like the kid. By the way, we're here live real time. Just waiting for this commercial break to be over here on ESPN Plus. They're going to read the cards, listen to what Xander had to say about his performance. Shout out to my colleague Donnell. He's there at the fight. Shout out to Top Rank. But let's talk about it. He's in the deep end now. He's about one fight away, maybe two at the most, from being a mandatory challenger for the WBO title at 154 pounds. He's one of the top contenders at 154 pounders. But when you look at the top guys at 154, Sebastian Fundora, WBC, WBO. We don't know if he's going to vacate that WBO title. He's being linked to Errol Spence for October in Dallas. Israel Madrimov is taking on Terrence Crawford for the WBA, his WBA, and WBO interim title on August the 3rd in LA. We're going to be covering that fight from the BMO Stadium on the Zone. Bakrim Murtazaliev, newly crowned IBF champion. It's been about a couple of months or so. Erickson Lubin is rumored to be targeting him. His belt is a hot commodity for the politically. But when you talk about those guys, outside of maybe Murtazaliev, and even right there, I have some concerns. Can you say that Xander Zayas, the guy you saw tonight, the guy you've been seeing in a year or 2 years, can beat these guys? What about Virgil Ortiz? I don't think so. Oscar De La Hoya is already calling for the fight. By the way, Virgil Ortiz is being linked to Sergey Bohachuk, the WBC interim champion. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm not seeing anything special. And it's not because I'm Mexican. At the same time, he's Puerto Rican, I'm Mexican. We're all Latinos. You see what I'm saying? So, Latinos. So, it still seems to be something missing. Like physically, he looks good. He's got the power clearly. I guess if you depend on the if you look at the level of competition, they're coming back. They're going to read the card soon. I actually wanted to see him go 10 rounds tonight because that was a hurdle we weren't able to see from him. He went 10 rounds tonight with the former interim champion, Patrick Teixeira. There's Jorge Linares. Naoya Inoue was there. Danny Jacobs is up there. He's back, by the way, taking on Shane Mosley Jr. So, I like Xander Zayas, I do. And by the way, Teixeira is a tough fighter, only stopped by Curtis Stevens back when Curtis Stevens was a thing on the undercard of Canelo versus Khan. And that was somewhat of like one of those big shots he got caught with. Let's listen to the cards. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We're going to talk.
Has it 99-91 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still...
Hold up. Wait. I got to rewind back 10 seconds. Because I didn't... There you go. I didn't hear it. I was running my mouth.
It's being wrapped up as Xander Zayas collects congratulations in a fight he controlled from start to finish. Here's Mark Chernow.
By the way, it was a sold-out crowd there. It looked like at the Hulu Theater.
Here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tony Paolillo and Steve Weisfeld both have it 100-90. Ron McNair has it 99-91 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still NABF, NABO junior middleweight champ, Xander Zayas.
Xander Zayas now 19-0.
Are they going to make me switch over to the state of boxing? That's one thing I don't like about. I think I bitch about this all the time. Let me tell you how ESPN Plus does it. Yep, they're going to make me switch over. So you can watch the broadcast on ESPN or ESPN Plus, but then let me tell you what you got to do. You got to close it out, right? And then you got to go to a whole different broadcast. Ah, doggone it. Where is it at? Now I got to go. The Top Rank Boxing. And then I got to go find the state of boxing. And look, it's not even on yet. So do I go back here? No, they really make you do this. You got to leave one broadcast to go to another to listen to the post-fight interview. See, look, they went straight. See, they went straight to Sports Center. Like, ain't that some, like, what's the deal? What's the deal? And look, I got to click this. And then look, the event has not started yet. What is this nonsense? So now we're going to have to go do a jump cut. Like, why would they? I hate that they do that. Well, anyway, I guess while we're waiting for it to start, let me just run my mouth, I guess. So listen, by the way, this is Madrimov Terrence Crawford fight. It's going to be a good fight. Don't listen. It's not. Madrimov ain't no joke. I understand a lot of people don't know who he is, but he ain't no joke. Oh, it's on. Hold up. Wait. I see it on my TV, but that's on regular ESPN. Where's it at? Is it in there? There it is.
Southpaws in this division.
It's like
all right, hold on. Let me
tells me before
rewind back. I think they went to commercial break. That's what it was, and they showed the little stinger for ESPN. I mean, for Sports Center. All right, here we go.
Zayas now 19. Beat goes on for AM Sports.
Zayas and Xander,
all right, here we go.
You said you dreamed about this moment since you were 5 years old. You dreamed it. What was it like in reality?
Bernardo, primero, como siempre. Pero
Vamos.
primero que nada quiero darle una gracias en especial a Patrick Teixeira. Hace varias semanas nos enteramos que su mamá falleció. Y como un guerrero estuvo aquí hoy, se dio la presentación y dio una guerra. So un aplauso para Patrick. A couple weeks ago, we learned that Patrick's mother passed away.
Oh, man.
And like a warrior, he was here and put on the show. So I want to give a round of applause to Patrick Teixeira.
Damn.
Segundo, para toda mi gente bella de Puerto Rico, gracias. Esto es un sueño desde los 5 años. Y a los 21 estoy aquí con ustedes. Y gracias a ustedes, todo esto es posible. Thank you to all my people in Puerto Rico. Since I'm 5 years old, I've been dreaming about this. It's happening. Thanks to you guys, and I wanna thank you and love you guys for everything you guys do for me. Thank you.
They obviously showed out for you like they always do on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Well, let's talk about the fight, because your first southpaw as a professional, what were the challenges tonight?
Man, he was tough. I mean, obviously knowing that he was a veteran, he knew how to survive in there. It was sometimes difficult to find the body. We knew the body was soft, but it was so difficult because he with the experience, he hid it so much. And then I was trying to land the hook, and he was ducking underneath, you know, with the experience that he has. So I feel like it was a tough test, but I passed it with flying colors.
Good rounds. I think that's what any up-and-coming contender needs. What was so good about the rounds for you and you know, southpaws in this division?
It's like everybody in Top Rank tells me, before you go 12, you gotta go 10. I did it today. I graduated against a former world champion. I feel like that was the rounds I needed, and I'm ready for whatever name they throw at me now.
All right. Before the fight, you spoke with Mark Kriegel. You ranked all the fighters at 154, putting yourself at the top. But some of the best guys are southpaws. You know, what do you need to work on to be able to compete with the Terrence Crawford as he moves up to this division, you know, the Sebastian Fundora?
Again, just practice make perfection. I gotta keep, you know, working on that angle to the lefty. You know, against the lefty, you getting out to the outside, coming in sometimes, working the body. I feel like finding my distance was was key today. So I feel like that's what we need to work on for sure against the southpaw.
All right, and finally, who are those guys that you want, that you feel ready to take on now? You're only 21 years old.
I've been saying it. Lubin. What's the other guy's name? Josh Kelly. They also just signed Vito Milnicki, good friend
That's
of
what
mine.
I think it is going to be Josh Kelly.
He's 154 pounds. He's from Jersey, Puerto Rico. I feel like it's a fight we can make happen in the near future.
Oh, wait, I'm Mexican.
Business is the business. Anything else you want to say to your Puerto Rican fans?
Man, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the Puerto Rican parade.
All right, thank you, Xander.
Right, there is the future of Puerto Rican boxing, Xander Zayas.
All right, so listen, as I was saying, I haven't seen enough yet. You know, I just would be going off of hope, dreams, and fairy dust. If I'll be like, yo, man, I can see him beat. I just don't see it. I just don't see it yet. Now, Josh Kelly, this is what I think is going to happen. He's likely going to be ordered to fight Josh Kelly. That could be his next fight. Or Erickson Lubin. I don't know, but we don't know what route Erickson Lubin is going. As I told you, it seems like he's more interested in, well, the rumors have been that he's looking to try to fight Bakhram Murtazaliev for the IBF title. We could see that on a PBC event, maybe in August or in October, on that Spence Fundora Spence card. I think it's going to be Josh Kelly. I like the fight. Josh Kelly used to have a lot of hype behind him. He lost to David Evanessi and had then somewhat been kind of floating around in these little weird, obscure UK shows. Remember back in the day, in the long, long time ago, that if you had all that bullshit that, let me stop. The man has lost his mother. I'm tripping. I need to be more professional. But yeah, damn, that just hit me. The man lost his mom. Sheesh. And still fighting. I was about to talk about the stuff on his back, but it was like, nah, I'm going to leave it alone. That's just disrespectful. But it was like, sheesh. You know, and those are the type of things you kind of have to factor in. I don't think it would have meant too much of a difference. But fighting a guy like a prospect like Xander Zayas, you know, just fighting 3 months ago, then losing your mom, you have to wonder, you know, like how that affected his performance. By the way, here's your punch stats. You know, Teixeira just wasn't in the fight at all. Is this his family? He wasn't in the fight at all, Teixeira, to be very honest. But anyway, as I was saying about the 154-pound division, I don't think that Fundora wants to drop his WBO belt. I think that PBC and his management are going to be like, yo, fight Errol Spence, man. You know, don't worry about the substance. Because, you know, at one point in time, Fundora was offered a contract from Terrence Crawford, from the Saudis. And he turned it down. You know, they pretty much screwed over Tim Tszyu, or tried to screw over Tim Tszyu for his rematch. Tim Tszyu was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz on that same Crawford Madrimov card, but his team, his personal doctor, which we found kind of weird, me and my colleague Big J, said that he wouldn't be healed in time for a cut on the top of his head by August the 3rd. It's a cut on the top of the head. It's a very, you know, kind of nuancey type cut. Like, you know, this is a cut that just doesn't happen. So I don't understand why he wasn't available or couldn't be available for that date. But as I said, going back to what I was saying, listen, I like Xander Zayas. He's 21 years old, still a massive amount of time to improve. But he's a couple of fights away from being in the deep end. And you got Vito Milnicki there. Yeah, if to be very honest, I think that them two should battle it out. Obviously, it's not going to happen now because Vito Milnicki is now just signed with Top Rank and still an Al Heyman advised fighter. He made sure to talk about that during a broadcast. But I think like they should do it like the UK sometime here in the States. Before these guys go on to a title fight, have them fight each other for a domestic title. How come we don't have a United States title? Huh? Just like the British boxing title and all that. How come we don't have one of those where these guys can battle it out before they go on to fight for a world title? Because this is the fight that would make sense for both Vito Milnicki and Xander Zayas sometime in the next year to fight each other. Then the winner goes on to fight for a world title. But right now, I don't see either of them ready to compete. And I probably would pick Milnicki over Xander Zayas right now because he's tasted defeat. You know, and arguably you can say he's had, I can't really say the resume. I don't know. I would say it's slightly a better resume you know, outside the fact that he's got a former world champion on his resume, meaning Zayas. But right now, I just said, listen, I'm not going to be long-winded. I'm just not high on. There's no disrespect to the fighter. It's just that I haven't seen enough. Does that make sense? Or am I a hater? You know, that gets thrown around a lot very loosely lately. If you're critical or don't really agree with others' opinions, they say you're a hater. I just need to see something else. Let's see what they do with his next fight. Thanks for oh, and also let's see. He's been active. Like, yeah, he's been getting his 3 fights a year, at least. Okay. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Viva la Mexico!